Hi, welcome to this platform. My name is Ndung'u. If it is your very first time, karibu sana to this platform. We love visitors, feel at home. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for believing in this vision and staying tuned and subscribing. God bless you. Today we are talking about the vital role communication plays in long distance relationship. If you are in a long distance relationship, I know that you want that relationship to work. That is why you're still holding on, even if you are miles apart, and communication is very important. So today we are talking about strategies that can help maintain that relationship and navigate all that, so that we can make all the relationships that are in long distance work, because they actually can work with the right effort. So see you in a minute. That communication does, because it is very vital in long distance relationship, is build trust. But before we get into all those things, let me give you a story. I was dating someone, we were in the same country, and then he happened to now move to another country, it was difficult, but of course, because we had already decided to date and to be in a relationship, I didn't see the need of breaking up, because if we really wanted it to work, we would have made it work. So the short version of this story is that we really tried, but the honest truth is, the one thing that I knew was not working was the fact that he was not communicating. Because once he started acting busy, yet he had time initially, and then after a while he got busy, I was like, I need to check out, because once communication was lost, it meant that there is someone else occupying this man's life, and I am not here waiting for you to play with my life and toy with my life when I am here being faithful to you when you are away. So of course I needed to end the relationship. And this is not to say that all long distance relationship end. Mine ended because there was no communication. And this is why I'm saying communication is very important. So the first thing communication does, it builds trust in this particular relationship. The only way that you know that you're in a relationship is if you spend time together. I know people who got married, they had never met, they met online, they were introduced online, but they had very good communication. And because of course they were in different time zones, they had set time. You know, from my time zone, I know at 8, and this one's time zone at 10 p.m. or at whatever time, and they would spend 3 to 2 hours together, just talking, having fun, sharing their life, talking about everything, because of course they needed to create time. They were adults, they were mature, of course, so it's not like the lovey-dovey puppy kind of love that, oh, they needed to talk at all the times. No, they had set timing for their relationship, for them to communicate, because of course, as I've said, different time zones. And I'm telling you for free, these guys are married now, 5 years into their marriage, and it is a beautiful marriage. Okay, so your relationship can also end up in marriage, but you need to invest in communication. If you're like them, you can set particular time that you can talk, because of course you're busy with work during the day, and maybe he's busy in his own time, maybe when you are awake, maybe them they're asleep, and it can be very hard, because of course you want to give quality time, and this other person also needs to rest. So of course you guys need to sit down and agree on the communication times and all that, because communication builds trust. So of course the more you communicate, the more you feel safe with this person, the more you get to know them. Communication is actually the only way that you can know a person. Apart from just observing them, you can actually learn a person by what they tell you, and that really builds confidence and trust in them. So of course continue communicating, make sure every now and then you are in contact with each other. But if you know that communication is broken for a long distance relationship, either repair it or just be ready to end that relationship, because if there is no communication, then of course that relationship is going nowhere. Okay, so yes, build trust by communicating, make sure you talk. And even us who are close, you that are dating, yeah, the important thing is communicating, making sure that, you know, my feelings are heard, they are communicated, my needs are communicated, so that I can receive what I want, you know. Don't give me what I don't need, because relationships are for what you want. Okay, yeah, so you need to communicate and build trust. The other thing is to share feelings. When your feelings are shared, it is so easy for the other person to empathize with you, to know you, because they understand, oh, so this is how you deal with this and this and this and this. Yeah, I am battling maybe something, I am dealing with loss of a loved one, and that is one way that this person can really empathize with you and walk with you. But it is done through communicating, because you guys are far away. They cannot physically be there to hug you, to embrace you, but because they understand your feelings, and your feelings have been shared, it is so easy for them to understand you, because they are also long distance. If you have missed them, please communicate, let them know that you have missed them, because of course they want to share your feelings with them. That is one way why long distance there is need for communication, so that you guys can just share your feelings. The other thing is to resolve conflict. You know what, baby, 1 2 3 4 5 things hurt me, I am offended, you know, when you left this and this, you did this and this, you know, when you're not giving me time, you're so busy with work, and I feel like you're doing 1 2 3 4 5 things to me. It is not helping me, because it is hurting my feelings. Make sure that you solve the problems that you guys have. And you see, the only way you can solve is actually communicating about it. Make sure that you tell that person. You see, because they are not present, okay, it's not like the physical kind of relationship where you can say, you know what, I can read the way you're reacting, the way you're treating me. Maybe you're giving me silent treatment when we are together. That is different. I can read that you're upset. But when someone is away, they will not know that they offended you. They will not know that there's an issue unless you communicate it. So that is why communication is important for long distance kind of relationships. We thank God that right now we are technology has helped, so we can do FaceTime. So of course someone can see the way you're reacting. Maybe they will read from your facial expressions of what you're saying. But of course, again, because you know, sometimes you're dating, so you want to show them that I'm not really upset. So you don't want to overreact, because that person is far. You don't want to be too quick to anger, because they can actually tell you, boo, this is over, and they move on, and maybe that's not what you want. Yeah, so of course, when you're having issues, make sure that those conflicts are solved, and they are solved amicably, and they are solved maturely, because of course you guys are doing it online. And make sure you get solutions, because it is important, and that can be done. Communication helps you to stay connected, and this is important for long distance relationships. The connection is very important. You see, I believe that relationships are not supposed to be physical. It's not about because we are having sex, then we are connected. Connection is more than just sexual. It is more than the physical. And a lot of us connect by communicating, because that is the time that you're vulnerable with your spouse. That is the time you will let them know about you. That is the time you will open up to the secrets and the deep wounds that you have, and they help you heal as you communicate with one another. So of course, the long distance kind of relationship, the connection is connected through communication, because of course there is no hugging, there's no touching. It's just you and talking to this person. And some of us are maybe not in a place where we can actually do video calls where you can see this particular person, because maybe our phones are not as advanced, or maybe there's a lot of reasons why people cannot FaceTime. So of course you need to do what? You need to just have conversations, and you need to communicate a lot. So make sure that you guys do that, so that you can stay connected, because it is the one thing that keeps you connected in long distance relationships. The other thing is you need to make sure that even as you're communicating, that you're very honest with what you're saying. Don't just say things because you feel like there's need for me to just speak. No, don't communicate because because it is a requirement, let's just talk. No, be very honest with your communications and make value. Make sure that your communication has value. You know, once I was telling someone, what is dating? It is just going out with someone to vet if they're the one or they're not. You know, not really the one, but if they're the kind of person that you will deal with for the rest of eternity. And not eternity, it is the person that you will deal with till death do you part. So while you're dating, it's like you are really doing a job interview. So you are actually interviewing someone to see if you guys can work this thing and can walk this journey for life. And when you're doing that, again, you need to really be honest with, when you're going for an interview, you are told these are the roles and responsibilities that come with the job and the title, and this is the reward, and these are the hours that you need to invest and the time that we need you to be available, and you will be free at this and this and this particular time. And I think that is the one thing that will add value to your dating scene and to your relationships when you're entering into a relationship, because of course these are things that you need to communicate from the deepest part of you. Be very honest. I need a person that is dependable, a person that is faithful, a person that is trustworthy, a person that can do ABCD. I need 1 2 3 4 5, and I don't want you to do 1 2 3 4 5. Of course, because it is a relationship, I need you to be fully invested, because I need you to be full time, not that you're dating me 2 hours and then the other hours you're dating someone else. No, you're investing 100%. So I need you full time. Okay, you need to be very clear with what you want, and that is actually done also through communicating, because it is honest. It is just a way of just making sure that, you know what, even while I am here, I am being faithful even when you are away, because I know I can trust the fact that, you know what, you're faithful, the fact that you're true, the fact that you will stay, you know, all those things. Forgive the background noise. That's my son. He's just having the time with his wife, and I think he's competing with me to speak. So sorry, forgive us. And I can't tell him to go anywhere. I've tried, it's not working. So yeah, so really be very honest in your communication. If the long distance relationship is becoming a bit challenging, what can you guys do? Is it possible for you guys to visit one another? If it is possible, can the trips be arranged? How expensive is it? You know, communicate, make it honest. You know, it is the importance of communication. Okay, be very honest. And another thing, even as you're communicating, please make sure that you're vulnerable with the other person. Let the other person know your fears. Let them know why, of course, maybe long distance relationship is becoming maybe a challenge, maybe, or why you think that 1 or 2 things need to be worked on, because of course that is the kind of value that you want. Okay, and I was talking about if it is possible for you guys to do visits. Yeah, if it is possible, who is paying, how much is it being paid, because of course that for me was a challenge as I began in my first relationship. I remember I took an M-Pesa, a KCB loan to go to visit this particular person. The first time I went for a visit when he had already moved, and until today I've never finished paying that loan, because it's not I'm sorry, KCB, M-Pesa, if anyone from that place is watching, Aki, please don't fry me. But the thing is, you see, because the relationship ended, and that is a debt. Until today I have the debt. How many years down the line? Is it 4 years down the line? And I still have a debt because of that particular relationship. So please don't enter into debt, and if you do, make sure that you make sure that you pay the debt. For me, I was told to take the money and it would be refunded, and it was never refunded, and we broke up, and I can't ask now that we are not dating. And of course, again, I don't need the loans, so of course the only thing left is to pay, which I will try my best to pay as much as it hurts. It just feels wrong to pay, but I will pay. Yeah, so be vulnerable with one another, you know, be honest, and all these other things that come with just communicating, because you need that. It is very important. Make your communication effective and make it very worthwhile for you too, because you need it. And I hope that your relationship materializes to something beautiful. If it is a long distance relationship, it can work. So all you need to do, the two of you, is just invest your time. Don't listen to critics, don't listen to people who are negative. Make sure that you're discussing things that will add value to you and to your loved one. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope this has been very helpful for you that is in a long distance relationship. If you know anyone in a long distance relationship, please share with them this video. Let them hear, let them also get value for their relationship so that it can work. Thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Ndung'u. See you on the next vlog. Bye bye.